A dominant victory over the Bucks from Milwaukee, 129-96. A professional performance for the Clippers. 28 in 25 minutes from Kawhi Leonard, 19 from Brook Lopez, 15 from Garland in his 18 minutes, 19 from Sanders, one off his career high, 10 for Jordan Miller, 8 for Cam Christie in 16 minutes to go with 2 steals. And the Clippers get it done. We will have Cam on the headset post-game. But what a strong performance by the LA Clippers. They will take on Toronto Wednesday, 6:30 pregame, 7:30 tip time to try to make it 3 straight wins. But the Clippers get it done over the Bucks, who had won 5 of the last 6 against the Clips. Justine Jones has the headset. She checks it, and she gets set to hand it to Cam. Cam, you got us?
Yep.
Appreciate you hopping on. Congratulations on the victory. 16 minutes for you, 8 points in this one to go along with 2 steals. How has your game grown this season with the Clips?
I think it's grown a lot, and I think the main thing is really just comfortability. I think, getting these reps whenever I can get them is huge for me, just so I can become more comfortable, playing against NBA talent and being on the floor with our own guys. So I think, every day is just a day to get better. And, regardless of whether I make shots, miss shots, play 16 minutes, play 0 minutes, it's just trying to come into work every day and find a way to get better.
Yeah, I mean, you played 13 last year. This is game 48 for you this year. How has the approach been different with the maybe more consistent playing time this season with the Clippers?
It's been really different. Last year I spent basically the entire year in the G League. So I was just trying to get used to NBA schedule and things like that. And then, this year just being able to be up with the team more has been great, to finally or kind of truly experience my first actual rookie year in the NBA, get used to everything. It's been good. And then, just to be able to get thrown in the fire, have some good games, have some bad games. I think it's all part of the process. So overall, I think it's been a successful year so far for both me and the team now, and just trying to keep that going.
The last one for you, talk about this team. You guys get a win today. Dante Jones told us this is a very tight-knit locker room. Why does this group enjoy being with each other so much?
I think it's just because of the amount of stuff that we've been through from the start of the year to the end of the year. It's been a lot, and it's kind of like trauma bonding a little bit. Just going through everything together, and all the outside noise and stuff. You really only have your teammates and your staff. So to be able to have those guys and support everybody and celebrate each other's success has been great this year, and looking forward to keeping it going.
Congratulations on the victory. Go enjoy. This one's your teammates. Thanks, Cam.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Clippers get a win, 129-96. The trauma-bonded team with a win for the Clips. Wow, we'll hand the baton over to the one, the only, Adam Oslin when we return. But for Big Brother Jake Warner, our audio engineer, Daniel West, our producer, Joey Kimball, our statistician, we say so long from the Dome, 129-96. Clippers get a win over Milwaukee. They're back to 500 under Clippers on your network.
Holy win, Batman.
All right,
you like that, Clipper Nation? Oh, Carlos out?
I'm out of here, man. I'll be back, though. I'll be back.
We'll see.
Game by searching LA Clippers in the iHeartRadio app and make us a preset. Clippers fans.
Back again with another edition.
There may only be 82 games in the regular season.
Don't forget the playoffs.
But there's 365 days to talk Clippers.
This is Clipper Talk.
Make sure to follow Clippers Talk wherever you get your podcasts.
Daily reaction and conversation about the LA Clippers and the NBA.
I got Brook third quarter and a little Kobe sandwich.
Wherever you get your podcast.
And be sure to subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribed.
Here's a slam dunk for LADWP customers. Get a rebate up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or plug-in hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that to up to $1,500. Drive cleaner, save bigger, and power your future with LADWP rebates. These offers put more money back in your pocket while helping the planet. Visit LADWP.com/EV today to start saving. That's LADWP.com/EV. Proud partner of the LA Clippers.
The spirit of Rwanda is a sensory and emotional sound story that celebrates Rwanda as more than a destination.
Ryan
It's a
Seaman there.
feeling that connects people, nature, and sport. You can feel it before you see it. It's in the beat of the drum, the sway of the trees, the breath of the land that never sleeps. It's not just a game.
Sports Guru
It's a
in here under
fire.
a different name.
It's a feeling.
but
It's
it's
us,
obviously Sports Guru.
Rwanda, where
Nothing's
every
ever
win
been more
starts
obvious.
with heart.
When
Other than
Toyota
this
builds an
victory.
electric vehicle, we don't start with a blank slate.
But hey,
We
gotta
start
play
with
it out.
everything we know. The BZ brings Toyota's proven engineering to electric. With impressive
Back
range,
to 500
intuitive
is right.
technology, and Toyota reliability, BZ reflects decades of experience, reimagined for what's next.
Buck's with
The
you on it this
BZ
season.
isn't just electric, it's Toyota electric. We make
Gotta
it
tell ya.
easy. Toyota, let's go places. The game is done.
Wrap this one up.
Now the reaction begins. This is Clippers Locker Room, your post-game look at the LA Clippers.
On the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Now, your pre- and post-game host, Adam Osland.
The Clippers win this one 129-96 over the Milwaukee Bucks here at Intuit Dome. Welcome home. The Dome is home, and the Clippers get a big victory. They are back to 500 at 35-35 on the season now. Make it 36-36. Coming up, we'll get your final box score and more, but I do want to get to second half highlights. Clippers led by 24 at the half after they only led by 4 after the first quarter. Kawhi, Darius Garland really opened things up in that second. Kawhi had 16 of his 22 points in the first half in the second quarter. And then in the third quarter, Brook Lopez got busy.
Garland around Rollins, drops into traffic. Lopez, right wing response three. Lopez, yes, sir. Crosses in and out. Stops left elbow, double team, swing at Lopez on the bounce, straight away, three. Buckets! Clippers up 30. Brook Lopez shaking out his right hand. He is hot. Bouncing into the front court, finds Lopez at the free throw line, turns, flips it up, and it rolls in. 13 against his former team. Turns the corner, bounce at Lopez. Right corner, checks his feet, tries a three, buys a three. 11 in the third for the big man. Kawhi on the right wing. Double team, dump it for Dunn, right block. Kick it, Lopez, straight away three. String music. The Clippers up 44 here in the third.
Brook Lopez had 14 points in the third. The Clippers led by as many as 46, and entering the fourth quarter, it was 108-67. And someone who had a really solid ball game, Kobe Sanders, already had 15 points entering the fourth, kept it going during inconsequential time.
Looking to bounce it, and he lost it. A steal by Christie. Harris shoots a pass to the cutting Sanders. Slowly to the lane, the right-handed layup. Sanders rolls it in with some English off the glass. 17 for Sanders. Sanders rattles in a baseline jumper. Kobe Sanders, my player to watch. 19 points, 8 for 9 from the field.
Was not his player to watch, actually. That was Nico Batum, but Kobe Sanders did have 19 points in the ball game, and the Clippers went on to win 129-96 here over the Milwaukee Bucks at Intuit Dome. Coming up next, your final box score and more. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Not just missing guys, who you're missing and what the combination.
I'm going to be honest, even though Kawhi does take his game up a notch in the playoffs, I don't know how much better he can play than he's been the last 3 months. It's insane. Kawhi in the second quarter, that's how the Clippers took care of this game. And they had great professionalism and focus to start the third quarter. Clippers came out in the third quarter with the right mindset to put this team away, and they did. Awesome to see.
Continues.
It's a good win. You don't have to play your starters. None of the starters played more than 25 minutes. Kawhi played 24 minutes and 47 seconds. Second was Derek Jones Jr. with 23 minutes. Darius Garland only had to play 18 minutes in this game. Ridiculous. Great to see. I had to hit Carlo with that. I had to. Now I'll find out if he actually watched the postgame show or not. I'll be waiting for that text. Like we all were watching the pregame show. We know Kobe Sanders was not his player to watch. I had Jordan Miller, and he ended up with 10. 4 assists, too. I really like his playmaking as of late.
What did you do? You've done that before, me.
I mean, as long as if Kawhi's averaging 30 per game in a playoff series, first of all, you got to get into the playoff series. But give me 30 per game. Baseline.
Come on, man.
Clippers led by as many as 46 over the Milwaukee Bucks here at Intuit Dome. They win with a final score of 129-96. Clippers shoot 58% from the field, 17 of 39 from the outside. That is 44% from three on high volume. They went 18 of 18 at the charity stripe. We're talking 58, 44, 100 shooting splits in this game for the Clippers, who started off struggling turning over the basketball in the first quarter, which is why they only led by 4 heading into the second. Well, they had 7 turnovers in the first quarter. They had 5 the rest of the game. And Milwaukee, who only had 2 turnovers in the first quarter, make it 4. No, yeah, it was 4. Milwaukee had 19 turnovers, 18 turnovers, I should say, the rest of the game. And that's when it got away from them, especially in the second quarter, where I believe they had 10 turnovers leading to 9 Clippers points in the second quarter alone. And Kawhi took over with 16 of his eventual 28 points, 48 straight games of 20 or more for Kawhi. Also, 13 consecutive games with a steal for Kawhi. That is a franchise record. It's been flying under the radar that Kawhi Leonard has been at the top of the league in steals per game, but sets a franchise record tonight. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
This is LA Clippers basketball. AM 1150 KEIB Los Angeles. All about the Mario B. An iHeart radio station.
So Kawhi, 8 of 18. He wasn't uber efficient, 3 of 10 from 3, but 9 of 9 at the charity stripe to get to his 28 points, 5 boards, 3 assists out there. Nico Batum struggled, but did get the start. I thought his defense was solid, but just 1 of 4 all of his shots from 3 to get to 3 points. Brook Lopez, a really good third quarter, 14 of his 19 in the third, 7 of 9 overall, 5 of 6 from 3. He hit some deep 3-pointers against his former team, and the Clippers opened things up to that 46-point lead in the third when Brook was doing most of his damage. Derek Jones Jr. was 7, 3 of 5 shooting, 0 of 2 from the outside. Darius Garland, 5 of 7, 3 of 4 from distance, 15 points, and he had one of the nastier moves of the season that he put on Jericho Sims. The walls of Jericho came crumbling down on that one. Darius Garland stepped back on him, had him lost in the sauce. That right wing 3-pointer from distance. Nasty, nasty work from Darius Garland. But another efficient game, 15 points on 7 shots. He only needed 18 minutes to get to 15 points and only needed 7 shots to do it. Incredible. I thought Jordan Miller, he was good in the second half just to keep pedal to metal, BTA, with his 10 points. Isaiah Jackson solid in his 17 minutes. He had 6 and 4. Kobe Sanders, though, best guy off the bench in this game, without a doubt. He had 19, but at the half, Kobe Sanders, he had 11. So he did some of his work while the Clippers were expanding their lead. It wasn't just inconsequential time. And the shots that he was hitting, Kobe Sanders, he really gave them a lift from 3. He came in, and in the first half, he was 3 of 4 from the outside. He finished 3 of 5, but he started to get into his mid-range a little bit more. You could just see a real refined game out there. Also had a great pass to Isaiah Jackson for a dunk in the second half. Loved seeing that. Clippers go on to win 129-96 over a Bucks team that's really struggling right now, to say the least. Ryan Rollins finished with 13 with the starters. They had Gary Trent Jr. give him 20 off the bench. Clippers win big, led by as many as 46, end up winning this one by a score of 129-96. Coming up next, we will preview Wednesday night. Get your phone calls and more. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. I'm Adam Osland, and this is your Clippers postgame show here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
I think Coach Lou might get some votes depending on where they end up in the standings. Now, they better end up 8th. Guys, the Clippers are, I believe, 30-15 since starting 6-21. 30-15 since starting 6-21. Mike Noto's still hating over here. I don't get it. Excuse me?
Good to see Bogey get off the bench and change the name from Darby Turn to Boogie Turn.
How dare you? Bogey is going to help this team.
That was last year. You're still repeating last year's shit.
Bogey is going to help this team, Mike. Why are you zeroing in on him? He just had 16 the other night.
You know he's on the team.
Ty Lue haters definitely getting cooked. You love to see it. You love to see this Clippers team just a dominating, convincing victory at home in the first game back after a tough 3-game road trip where they went just 1-2. With that last game going into OT and Darius Garland and Kawhi Leonard combining for 75 points, I said that could have some carryover. And they took over in the second quarter when the Clippers expanded their lead, got it up by 24 at the half. That was it. The start of the third quarter, too, really, really good to see them absolutely not have a letdown coming out of the half. Professional win. Professional. Oh, there were dark days when they started 6-21. They forgot how to win for a long time. Hey, I didn't see 30-15 coming after they started 6-21. You know that. Bogey's not shooting well still overall, and if he's not shooting well, he's not bringing a lot because his defense isn't great. He does have some pick and roll ability. But you want him playing or Kobe Sanders and Gordon Moore?
Clippers victorious and a massive win by the fact that they were up by as many as 46 over the Bucks. They win 129-96. That was your final here at Intuit Dome. 866-987-2570 is the phone number if you would like to get on. 866-987-2570. This Clippers team back to 500 at 36-36 with the showdown against the Toronto Raptors here on Wednesday. Kawhi Leonard bobblehead night on Wednesday too. But I'm proud of this team having that level of focus after they didn't get off to a good start. They had 6 turnovers. I saw 7 somewhere else. It was 6 or 7 turnovers in the first quarter. And basically the majority almost of the Milwaukee's points, they had 10 of their 24 points in the first quarter off of turnovers by the Clippers. After that, when the Clippers took care of the basketball, they took care of the Bucks. That was it. And Kawhi Leonard put them to rest in the second quarter when he took over. More on that in your game recap coming up. But Wednesday, right back here at Intuit Dome, Clippers taking on the Toronto Raptors, Kawhi's former team. Tip-off at 7:30. Your pregame show starting at 6:30. Outside of Los Angeles, we are leaving you until then. In LA, don't go anywhere. On KEIB AM 1150 or on the YouTube side, we got Clippers Talk coming up next.
You know what? Sports Guru is obsessed with Kawhi, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. He's one of my favorite players of all time, too. Hopefully John Collins is okay. He turned his ankle that last game against Dallas, and it was noticeable, But when he went to the bench, he acted like he was okay. Well, in the moment, you can have that adrenaline, but eventually it catches up with you. Ankle probably stiffened up. So they got to do a little bit more of an evaluation on John Collins. And then the other update is Benedict Mathurin has been doing 5-on-5 scrimmaging. Looks like he'll be available later this week. That's the hope. Also, Sean Padua, the GOAT. Love that 3-pointer on the step back. Kobe's mid-range game, he's had it. Like, honestly, he had it in Summer League. I saw it right away. I think the first game he played in Summer League was against Milwaukee, actually, Sanders. So maybe that's why he felt so comfortable tonight against him. His career high is 20, and he had 19. I feel like some people, like, they have no idea what they're looking at. No discernible coaching style. Coach Lou, by the way, the Clippers have had the best offense in the league when Darius Garland's on the floor. I'm sure that has nothing to do with Coach Lou. And he's coaching up a very talented point guard like he did with Kyrie Irving. But no, nothing to do with Coach Lou.
Now your host for Clippers Talk, it's Adam Osley.
Clippers dismantle the Milwaukee Bucks here at Intuit Dome. Final score 129-96. Whew. Clippers win this one by 33 points. They led by as many as 46. The game was over early in the third quarter, if not at the half, when the Clippers already led by 24. I'm Adam Oslin as the Clippers get back to 500 at 36-36 on the season. Coming up in a little bit here, we'll hear from the head coach in Tyronn Lue. We'll also take your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. There were some concerns early on in this game, some sloppiness from this Clippers team that had me thinking, are they taking Milwaukee too much for granted? Well, turns out the Clippers just had some bad turnovers in the first quarter, and that was holding them back. Self-inflicted wounds. They couldn't get out of their own way. That's what it was. They had 6 turnovers in the first quarter. Milwaukee had 10 points off those 6 turnovers. Clippers still led by 4 at 28-24 heading into the second. And it was good to see Darius Garland had a quick 7 points. Kawhi had a quick 6 points. Even though he was just 1 of 7 from the field, he would eventually catch fire. I didn't realize Kawhi Leonard started that slow here. Second quarter, you got Garland, Miller, Jackson, Dunn, Kobe Sanders out there. Sanders 3-pointer, his second of the game. He would get up to going 3 of 5 from the outside. Gets that 3 off, 31-26 off a nice pass from Jordan Miller. Bobby Portis, his eyes get big and light up when he sees the Clippers for whatever reason, because he was a problem tonight. I thought he was very good. He only ended up with 11 points. He only played 19 minutes. But Bobby Portis, he had his moments when Milwaukee was still somewhat in it. But then Garland, a deep 3 on the right wing, and it's 34-28. A Sanders steal. Milwaukee's turning the ball over now. Miller to Sanders for the layup alley-oop. It wasn't the cleanest pass, but the Clippers now are up by 8. That was their largest lead of the ball game. Timeout Bucks, 36-28 was the score. Out of the timeout, Portis' tough jumper over Isaiah Jackson. He had a hand in his face. It didn't matter. Bobby Portis. Sanders 3 again. His final 3 of the game. Everything else pretty much mid-range work and a really tough layup he had that I thought should have been an and one in the fourth. Kobe Sanders made it 39-30. Garland misses a 3, but Jackson has the putback. It's 41-30. The Clippers are about to open this thing up. Portis misses a 3. Miller misses a 3. Turnover Bucks. Rollins throws it into the backcourt. Garland does have a miss. Now Kawhi's back in. He has a jumper, but he seemed to be, as he was fouled, shaking his hand out, his right hand, something to monitor, but I mean, he looked good the rest of the ball game. He hits 2 free throws. Clippers up 43-32. Trent Jr. hits a 3 as he was upset earlier in the game. Thought he got hit in the groin area multiple times by Chris Dunn. He was not happy about that, you could see. And you could hear, at least on the radio side, definitely loud and clear from Gary Trent Jr., who did end up leading them in 20 points in 31 minutes. So it's down to an 8-point game. Here we go. Jericho Sims lose the basketball. Excuse me. He didn't lose the basketball. He lost Darius Garland, a player. It's easier to lose the basketball than a player in this league. Darius Garland took him to deep water on the right wing, went behind the back, crossover move, step back. Jericho Sims, the walls of Jericho came tumbling down as Darius Garland hit a tough off-the-bounce 3. 48-37 is the score. Kawhi jumper, 11-point game. Bucks turnover. Kawhi 3 on Bobby Portis near side corner. Kawhi fall away. Now it's 53-37. It's a 16-point game. Timeout Bucks. Sims layup. Kawhi free throws, 55-39. Rollins hits a jumper. Batum had a bad turnover, looking for Kawhi at the free throw line. It was kind of a strange pass from Nico Batum. I know a lot of you will say, well, his inbound passes haven't been very good. Just something I've been monitoring, of course. Kawhi then takes it back on a steal from Turner, but the Clippers botch a transition play with DJ missing a layup over 2 guys, and then Jordan Miller coming over for the putback, and he couldn't get it. The ball was over the cylinder anyways, but those turnovers in transition have been a problem by the Clippers. They're just not converting enough in transition. Now, they ended up in this game, let me see, fast break points, 18-6. So they eventually got a hold of it, but over the last couple of weeks, it's something Coach Lewis talked about. They need to be better in this area. Milwaukee has a turnover on the other end. Miles Turner travel afterwards anyways, and Kawhi hits a turnaround jumper over Turner. So let's see. Kawhi has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He had, at that point, 9 of their last 12 points in the ball game. Make it 11 of their last 14 points during just about a 2.5-minute stretch. Kawhi just absolutely takeover mode. And then Brook Lopez, who had a really nice game, he hits a 3 after multiple offensive rebounds from DJ and Jordan Miller. Clippers are up by 19. Still late second quarter. A steal. Kawhi jumper misses on the left elbow, though. Kawhi had a great feed to Chris Dunn attacking, who drew the foul to put him up 60-44. And then Kawhi had a great backline defensive play that they challenged because he got all ball on Miles Turner, who was going at, I think, him and Brook Lopez. Kawhi got it clean. They had a jump ball at center court, and it ended up with Brook Lopez winning it in a DJ layup to put him up by 20. Prince hit a three-pointer, but then Lopez, he attacked in the short roll for a lefty layup. That was nice to see. Brook Lopez, a very nice game in a lot of different areas. Kawhi steal on Prince, DJ layup in transition. It's 68-47. Batum steal to Kawhi. Kawhi did miss a 3 there, but the Clippers were up 71-47 at the half. I thought, okay, I want to see the level of seriousness coming out of the half by this Clippers team now. I want to see what they're working with here because they've had some lulls. They've had some lulls in first quarters. They've had some lulls here and there. And maybe we can even talk about this with Carlo Jimenez. If he ain't working on a TikTok or something, or maybe, I'm such a downgrade because he was just hanging out with Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, yeah.
But, Carlo, I thought it was impressive and needed to see this Clippers team start a third quarter like they were the 2016, 2017 Golden State Warriors coming out of the half.
Yeah. No, I mean, they were excellent. I thought they came down, put their foot down, really came out on a run. Milwaukee had 4 points 7 minutes into the quarter, or 5 points 7 minutes into the quarter. The Clippers were just so good on the defensive side of the ball. They just continued to make it hard to do anything offensively for Milwaukee. And that's what Ty Lue's talked about, right? It's not so much them scoring so much in that third. It's the fact that the Bucks really couldn't find any offense because the Clippers were leaning on that defensive identity. A game low 23rd quarter points for the Milwaukee Bucks. Huge to have the Clippers flex that muscle in this ballgame.
Yeah, you beat them by 17 points in the third quarter where Brook Lopez had 14 of his 19 points. I thought this was a big confidence game from Brook, and I don't know how I didn't have him as my player to watch, although Jordan Miller stepped up for me. Brook Lopez against his former employer, I mean, he had a roll to the basket where he didn't kick it out in the short roll at the end of the first half where he just laid it up with the left hand. Like, he had some moves in this game where it seemed like he wanted to show Milwaukee what they were missing a little bit. But that third quarter from Brook Lopez, hopefully that's something he can build on moving forward because he has had his struggles here and there as of late.
Yeah, he's had up and down games, but obviously plus 28, 19 points, big 14-point third quarter. That's the consistency they need out of a guy like Brook. I thought his rebounding was just as impressive in this ball game. Really was able to get some big defensive rebounds for the Clippers. 3 assists, a couple of nice dimes, 2 blocks. Ty Lue has brought it up multiple times, but the way he defends the rim is something this team really needs, and he did it at an elite level today. Made Milwaukee think about taking those layups inside the lane. Just an impressive job by the Clippers defense, and Brook Lopez anchoring it in the paint. Everybody talks about what a great communicator he is on that side of the ball. Impressed to see him do it once again.
Yeah, he had a block to start the third quarter on Rollins, just setting that tone out there. And then I was surprised to see Kawhi Leonard play so much of the third quarter, but I actually think that's a really good sign because he must be feeling good on that left ankle if he was willing to stay out there when they were up 40.
Yeah, 100%. He wanted to stay out too. You could see it. He was asking Ty Lue to keep him into the ball game. So the fact that he is trying to remain on the hardwood, trying to give the Clippers everything he's got, continuing to be aggressive in this ball game, I think just shows that he feels really good for this Clipper team. Somebody who's in the conversations for second team All-NBA. So we'll see as the season goes on for this Clipper team. But you're right, Adam. It's a big sign and a good sign for this Clipper team. And then also the fact that he only played 28 minutes, right? He's trying to play, or 25 minutes. He's trying to play more, but he only plays 25. That's huge for the Clippers. Your Kawhi Leonard, or I guess Kobe Sanders, leads you with 25 minutes in this game. It's got to feel good for this Clipper team playing 18 games, right, in the month of March, and tied for the most with Orlando, the most by any team since the Clippers did it in 2017. So if you can get half a game off like they got today, that goes a long way.
Yeah, that's big for them. They got Toronto coming up on Wednesday. Toronto's a solid team in the Eastern Conference. Tip-off for that one's at 7:30. We'll have your pregame here at 6:30. Carl, thanks for doing some bonus time here on Clippers Talk Postgame.
Oh, I'll be here, Adam.
Coming up next, we'll get to your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. Clippers lead by as many as 46. They win 129-96 over the Milwaukee Bucks. Here at Intuit Dome, I'm Adam Osland. You are listening to Clippers Talk here on the Patriot AM 1150 and on the YouTube side.
It's on at 11:50, so it's harder to. Man, I'm down to get out whenever. Have Diet Coke, John. I'll bring it to you. W. Carlin. Milan had a nasty and one on Jane in the third quarter where he just went right through him on the right block. I was like, man, this guy's playing with so much force out there. But for him to still be in the game, Kawhi was in the game and they were up 96-52. So I think his ankle's feeling pretty good. Now, I realize they want to get some reps. They only got 10 games left for the play-in. But that shocked me, but it's also a great sign for Kawhi's health. Oh, the grammar police is out tonight? That's usually the last bastion of a dying argument. You got to go after someone's grammar. It usually means you lost. Find a message board to moderate, man. I'm kidding. I love your Shaft 9000. Yeah, it was. I think Kawhi was frustrated and said, screw this. I'm getting a bucket. He wanted a foul earlier.
Clippers win. Boy, do they win. They led by 46. They would win 129-96 over the Bucks. Nothing runs like a deer. The Clippers were running away from the deer. Whew. Big victory because you got a lot of guys rest in this one. As Carlos said, guys had to play half a game. You know, nobody played more than 25 and a half minutes tonight. And that bodes well moving forward for the rest of the month of March, where the Clippers are they 9-5 now in March? You guys want to correct me on that? 866-987-2570. I'm Adam Moslin. This is Clippers Talk here on AM 1150, and of course on the YouTube side. And you can also find us on the iHeart Radio app. Really like this taking care of business type approach from the Clippers. Yes, they had some turnovers in the first quarter. They cleaned it up, and that was the game. Once they stopped turning it over, it was over. It was that simple. The Clippers had, 6 turnovers in the first quarter. They had 6 turnovers the rest of the game. Pretty incredible. And they ran away with things against this Milwaukee team that obviously is down bad and struggling and no Giannis. And I was watching him work out pregame. I was like, he looks pretty good to me. But don't think they see any reason to play him the rest of the season. They'd rather wrap him in bubble wrap. New tongue twister. Wrap him in bubble wrap. And hold him till he's traded. Or maybe they can find a way. I've been saying since last summer, it's over. It is time to move on. I'm sorry, but it's the Milwaukee Bucks. They got their championship with Giannis. They had a great run. They gave up some picks to get Drew Holiday. It all paid off. You got the ring. I know it would be awesome to have him there the rest of his career, but if it's going to keep being this back and forth, at some point, I think you just have to move him and get as much as possible. He's not getting any younger. But Clippers win 129-96 over Milwaukee. Let's get to Jamil calling in from Pasadena. Jamil, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk with Adam Moslin. Jamil? Maybe not. 866-987-2570. I got you now, Jamil. What's up, man?
Oh, my bad. Adam. I said, how you doing?
He should be there. Hang tight. I'll put him on hold.
I'm good. Jamil, I hear you. What's up?
I'm good, man. I'm just, I just really just call. I don't mean, I ended up calling Tim Case earlier, so it's been all over the place. But Clipper talk. Now that I'm on the real site, the team, like I said, the team looked good. I like the plug and play optionality we have for this team. You know, the next man up mentality. One guy goes down, or if a guy is not down, we just happen to use a different guy for, whatever the team we need to use him for. Like Milwaukee, a bigger squad, we use Batum. And it worked out well. Our consummate professionals, Darius Garden, our leaders, Darius Garden and Kawhi showed out. I'm glad he's able to create history for himself because he hasn't had a lot of chance to be on the court healthy. And I hope that we can continue this streak against Toronto because we can't take our foot off the gas because we're too close to the end to let up now.
I agree with you. Obviously, all these games are important down the stretch because you want to hang on to that A spot. Yeah, that's best case scenario, realistically here. Like, they're not going to win out. Another team's not going to have a collapse where they lose out. I'm just being a realist about it. The Clippers, at best, are going to be in the A spot, which means 7-8 play-in. But going to Phoenix isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm not saying that's an easy opponent. That will be a tough game, but you prefer that over being in the 9-10, and then you're working your way out of that just to get OKC in the first round. Like, I'm not saying the San Antonio Spurs are going to be an easy matchup if you get the 7th seed, but I think you'd rather have a young and experienced Spurs team over the defending champs, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And also, another part that I agree with you on is the part where you're saying about the schedule. And a lot of guys not catching that part from you with scheduling, they don't understand. As soon as you lose when you're playing game, you playing right the next day against that team that you play, matched up with. So if we was to go head up with Oklahoma City with no rest, what do you think is gonna happen? With no Yannick, with no, hell, we don't know about Benedict. We don't know how we gonna look. We don't know John looking. It's like, come on. Like you said, I agree with you. Get the A spot. Go against the realistic matchup with Phoenix. We've been having a number all year. Not all year, but we had the number majority of the year. If we get that, we get San Antonio inexperienced. We don't know how they're going to react in the playoffs. So we rather take that card than the Oklahoma. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's just lesser of two evils, the best of the bad options, I guess. I mean, San Antonio's great if they play to their potential. Victor Wembanyama, he's been a top 5 player this season already in year 3. How old is he? 22. He's been insane. And with the guard play they have, Jamel, I think they could really pose a lot of problems to this Clippers defense. But you take your chances with that versus OKC, who hasn't even been that healthy this season, and they're still going to end up with the number 1 seed. It's crazy.
It's really crazy. And another part to add on to that, they kind of remind me, the San Antonio team kind of reminds me of the Houston Rockets team before they let go of Green, when they were just all young, but they were still able to get to number 1. I think it was number 2 that year. They didn't get past the first round, but they were still competitive. And I think that's going to be the same thing if we get San Antonio, where they, have a couple games where we, nail-biting games, but once Kawhi and Darius Garland and the experience takes centerfold, I think we'll be able to get that win. I just don't know about the second round, but the first round, at least, that's realistic.
I think it's possible. I think they'd have to get some breaks. Kawhi is going to have to average probably 32 a game against San Antonio. Kawhi versus his old team in San Antonio would definitely be fun to watch. Darius Garland's going to have to average 24, 25 probably per game. It's possible. Yeah. It's just there is a guy in Victor Wembanyama like we've never seen before, and he's doing some special stuff. That fadeaway he had to beat Phoenix for them to clinch 50 wins this season, and I think a playoff spot. It's remarkable to watch, but I'll take my chances. As long as Kawhi's looking this good, I think the Clippers, they have a puncher's chance. They won't be favored in that series, though. Make no bones about that. Anything else, Jamel?
This get well soon, Yannick. I agree with y'all. I really miss Zubac, but since he's not here anymore, Yannick took his place. If we had him, I think we'd have been a lot more defensively competitive, because at the rim, we can't get second chance shots if we can't stop guys there.
I think Yannick.
Yeah, I agree with you, Adam.
Yannick could have been the difference against San Antonio. If they got San Antonio and lost in the first round, and let's say they took them to 6 or something, I'd be thinking about how if they had Yannick, that might have helped them win it. I think he is somebody that I predicted he was going to be starting at the end of the season, a couple games before he ended up getting hurt. So he was really turning a corner, and his growth and development was accelerating very quickly. It is really unfortunate, the injury he had, but apparently he's in good spirits. Talk with Justin Rousseau about that pregame. Thanks for the phone call as always, Jamel. 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570 is the phone number. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're going to hear from Coach Lou and the players postgame after the Clippers put it on the Milwaukee Bucks, 129-96 here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
A link to Coach Lou. I emailed you, Coach Lou. Why is this guy spamming? Is he a Spurs fan? Who is this guy? You get that email, Daniel? It would be nice to beat the Suns. People are calling in, we'll take it. Thanks, kiddo. Sin. Yeah, I'm fine with not talking playoffs yet either. But I know people are interested in who do we match up best against. So I'm just saying their best path is getting San Antonio in the first round. And if your best option is getting San Antonio, it's still not a great option. That means you got to win the 7-8 play-in. And Phoenix is going to be tough, man. Gillespie's having an outstanding year. Is Dylan Brooks going to be back? But you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You still got to win the play-in.
You're just so kind.
Clippers led by as many as 46. They win 129-96 over the Bucks here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Oslin. Good to be with you guys. Clippers shot 58% from the field, 44% from three, 100% at the charity stripe, 18 of 18. Kawhi led them with 28 points in just 25 minutes. He has scored over the last, I think, 400 minutes or something. Kawhi has scored more points than minutes played over around the last 300, 350 minutes here, Carlo.
Yeah. 130, 40 something, but yeah.
You know, I was thinking of a good way to explain true shooting for
We're still on this
for the casuals here. So let's say you take 10 shots.
Okay.
And of those 10 shots, they're all 3-pointers.
Okay. Yeah.
And you hit 5 of them.
Yeah. You're 50% true shooting. Or no?
No.
What are you?
I'd have to calculate it. This is how you calculate true shooting. It's points divided by 2-point field goal attempts and 0.88 times free throw
where's
attempts.
3-pointers in there?
I don't know how they do it. The point is, if you take
this is why we can't use true shooting.
No, this
you
is
can't
why.
even explain it.
I can't explain it. I want to simplify it. You take 10 shots.
Okay.
They're all 3-pointers.
Yeah.
You hit 5.
Okay.
It's going to say for field goal attempts, you went 5 of 10.
Yes.
But what it doesn't tell you is those 5 makes were from 3. It's going to say, hey, your field goal percentage is 50%. Great. Well, actually, you scored 15 points on those 5 makes versus just 10 points if they were 2-pointers made.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying, dog.
Okay.
Do we have a phone call? Junior in South Carolina wants to talk to Carlo Jimenez. Junior, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Junior.
I'm good. Hey, I was just going to say that first part of this month was really tough and tiresome because they had the first 2 weeks of March. Yeah, they had 4 back-to-backs, right?
They had back-to-back 5 and 7, so 10 games in the first 14 days of March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I saw 4 back-to-backs, and then, it's like, man, that's why they retired. Maybe that's, the struggle they went through, before these 2-game winning streak. So, it's just, and I want to appreciate Ty Lue and Jeff Van Gunning for, doing a good job. So, the head coach, and
he deserves it.
Yeah.
I believe they have the best offensive rating in the league with Darius Garland on the floor as a Clipper right now.
Wow. There was
a
stat.
he's special, Darius Garland.
And I think Coach Lue can get more out of him because he's a special coach. That's what I'm excited about.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying is I'd rather have Ty Lue than any head coach out there,
Now we're talking.
Ty Lue's he's good, and last time I called you was right at the trade deadline, so I was talking about the trades and stuff, but we're going to be good. We're going to be okay. I'm a diehard Clipper fan, and
there we go.
And I really think we're going to play Phoenix probably in the playoffs, right?
That is the most likely scenario, but they got to keep their head above water with Portland right behind them.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like because we're the 7th, right? No, we're the 8 seed.
They're in the 8th seed currently.
the 8th seed?
Portland is right there. They're tied with Portland, but they have the tiebreaker currently.
Oh, okay. All right, man. I just wanted to tell you, I appreciate the coaching and and then the struggle for the first 2 weeks of this month. That was a lot.
Junior,
it's like,
how'd you become a Clipper fan in South Carolina?
Good question.
Oh, I just thought, they play good basketball, clean, no drama, and I chose. I wasn't never a Hornets fan, so it's like it's just it just happened,
All right. I like the Hornets back in the day with LJ and Zoe. I used them a lot in NBA Jam, but I get it.
He's on fire.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Junior, you ever thought you'd be talking to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez?
Junior, I like Coach. I think we need to start a campaign.
He's great.
We need to, me and
great,
you, Junior, got to get together and start a Ty Lue Coach of the Year campaign.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I like that.
All right. Yeah.
Junior, thanks for being a listener. Thanks for being a fan. Anything else?
Oh, no problem, man. It's like you are the best Clipper podcast. That's just my opinion.
That's just facts.
No disrespect.
I've
to
always
the other
held
ones,
your opinion
but...
in very high regard. So,
Junior, this is the best phone call I think
All
I've
right,
ever
man.
heard.
Oh, really?
I mean, you're just everything you're saying is straight facts, as the kids say.
Yeah. Well, all right. Hey, I'll.
Just because his name's Junior
that's
doesn't mean
basically
he's
all
a
I
kid,
got
all
to say.
Junior, you got to call in more often, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Let's go.
Trust me.
All right, Junior. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Have a good night.
Arthur calling in from Los Angeles. Arthur, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Mosley, your radio voice of the Clippers, and Carlo Jimenez. Arthur, what's up?
Hey, Adam. Hey, Carlo.
What's up?
Hey. I have a neighbor and his family of 4 Laker fans, and he has a son named Carlo. So, Carlo, I'm trying to brainwash him into being Clippers fans. So, didn't know that. Yeah, the Hornets. Yeah, teal was my favorite color back when I was in high school in the late '80s and early '90s. That was it with the Charlotte Hornets. He was telling Carlos, the late '70s are pretty much our generation. I don't know how old you are, Adam, but the '70s, '80s, and '90s on up. That's what I watched to go back down memory lane. And I want to say the second half of the second game in New Orleans. I think the Hornets on the brain. The Pelicans scored what? I think only 18 points. The 105-99. They scored only 18 points in the fourth quarter. So I think from that respect, the Clippers defense have been good, huh?
Well, in that fourth quarter, they were pretty good, but they haven't been that great on the season nor the month of March.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about in that fourth quarter. Yes, right. Overall.
No, their offense definitely failed them in that game.
Yeah.
Well, it did. Oh, yeah, it sucked.
What do you think about tonight? I don't think their offense failed them tonight, Arthur.
No, it did not. No, I caught some. I missed the worst quarter, the first quarter, but I was there from the second quarter on.
You were the difference.
Yes. I'm gonna have to tune in more often.
Yeah, earlier. Did you watch the fourth quarter of the Pelicans game?
No, I did not.
Arthur! Arthur! What are we doing?
I want to listen to Carlo and put out his facts. And he's the greatest. Him and the young goat Noah Eagle. and while he does that 305 shout out, Noah said that he is nowhere. He'll be all lost today without Pitbull. So yeah.
There we go. We finally got to the truth.
Arthur, he had to check in with him and see. And then he said Kawhi has 13 games with 1 steal. I wonder who had the previous record.
Who was it, Carl?
It was Chris Dunn with 10, and that streak is still active.
Chris Dunn, his own teammate. So, I think so. They might be going back and forth. Chris Dunn might be mad at him that he broke his franchise record on most consecutive games with at least one steal.
It's kind of surprising. I mean, CP3 had a lot of steals. He never had 13 straight games with a steal.
That's a great point. We'll have to ask our.
This is under investigation
Our
now.
statistician Joey Kimball.
Or something misinterpreted.
Arthur is definitely bringing up some good points here. We want to read it, Adam, one more time, or
Where's it at?
I'll read it. I'll read it in my head. Go ahead.
No,
Arthur.
read it out loud.
Well, it might not.
Maybe we
Kawhi
misinterpreted
Leonard has
something.
recorded a steal in each of his last 12 games, going back to February 22nd. It's tied for the 5th longest active streak of games with a steal in the NBA, and tied for the longest ever in Clippers franchise history, along with Chris Dunn, who had a 12-game streak from November 17th to December 11th. Dunn currently has an active 9-game, make it 10 today, streak of games with a steal recorded.
Okay, hold on a second here. CP3 had seasons where
Arthur, we're
he's
doing
averaging
investigation.
2.5 steals per game with the Clippers. You're telling me he didn't go 13 straight
Hey.
games with a steal before? Am I
Hey.
going to have to bring up the game log?
I mean, we can table this.
I'm not, hey, I don't know. I don't know who had the record.
All right.
Gotta blame to Adam and
That's right. Joey's really the brains here.
No doubt. All right. I appreciate the phone call here, Arthur. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right, Adam. All right, Adam and Carl. Check y'all Wednesday night against Toronto.
All right, be good, my friend. Okay, I'm sorry, but I can already pull up a game log from March of this is 2014-2015 season, and I'm looking at CP3.
He's got more than 12.
This looks like more than 12 to me.
Yeah.
6, 7,
Well,
10,
longest
10,
since
11,
CP3.
12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, there's 15. I don't know. We might have to check Joey for once. I didn't want to have to do it. I never want to have to do it.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, Joey is right 90% of the time.
Yeah.
99 really.
Usually I question myself. Maybe he meant something else by that. Quick timeout. We'll come back. You're going to hear from the head coach in Toronto Lou after the Clippers win 129-96 over the Milwaukee Bucks. They led by 46. This is Clippers Talk here on the Patriot AM 1150 and the YouTube. We never play that song. It's the most obnoxious, repetitive song. Happy by Pharrell. Let's see. What else can we question? I don't know. Did Kawhi really get to 48 straight games of 20 or more?
Yeah, that one is.
So wait, Bob McAdoo had 2 different streaks?
Yeah.
So Kawhi passed him in one, but he's still behind him in another?
I think this was 2 seasons, but I'm not looking.
Oh, one happened in one season, one crossed over from one season to another. Because guys, Kawhi 48 straight games of 20 points or more tonight.
Did you say what season? 75.
It's a lot of bad things.
Longest in
I
franchise
don't know how many
history.
minutes Bob Backlund played in 1975. 44 a night.
She said, "Do you love me?"
When the Dodgers are on AM 570, we're on AM 1150. Or just search Clippers on the iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, so he did it across 2 seasons.
57?
He did 44 to close out 1975.
That makes sense.
And then 75, 76. He did in 27. Yeah.
Getting to the bottom a lot tonight.
Bad things.
Wait till I get to the bottom with Big Brother Dave Warren. All right, there's got to be a better way to say that. Pause.
Bad things. It's a lot of bad things.
Yeah, show some professionalism like the Clippers did tonight.
So good.
I got you.
Talking to me?
129-96 was the final here at Intuit Dome. Clippers over the Milwaukee Bucks. Welcome back into Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up back to your phone calls at 866-987-2570. But first, we want to hear from the head coach in Teron Lue postgame.
I know it happened late in the game with Jordan. He looked like he kind of tweaked his back. Just wondering if there's any update or anything about him, how he's doing.
Yeah, he's good. His back is tightened up on him.
Was this about as professional that you were kind of hoping for out of your guys coming into a night after a 3-game road trip? The first night back can always be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, they had a lot of guys out, and so sometimes those teams are the most dangerous because you're not prepared for it. And, just told them at halftime, let's just be professional, take care of business. And was able to get Darius some rest, get Kawhi some rest. And so that was very important. So, yeah, just being professional. We know it was very, very short-handed, and so just had to take care of business and be professional.
Coach, with a win like this, pretty much jumped on from the beginning. What are the biggest things that you take away from a victory like this?
No, just staying the course, playing the right way, don't get cute, and so, that was our message at halftime. But, they started off the game, pretty good. They was able to tighten up defensively, was able to score the basketball. And so it was a good night for us all around.
Coach, in the era of isolation basketball, your team ranks last in the league with 23 assists a game. Tonight, you guys had 30. Before the season began, where did you want to be in terms of assists? And how does sharing the ball not affect just the offense, but the overall team success?
Yeah, I think, you want to be around 28, for us. Having James, who's an ISO player, having Kawhi, and having Zoo, we posted Zoo a lot. And so the biggest thing for me is just playing the right way, hitting the open guy, and making sure we're playing right, And so if Kawhi's an ISO, he has one-on-one, he can get a shot off. James can get a shot off. Zoo can get a shot off. And so you're not going to accumulate a lot of assists playing that way, but we have clear advantages. And so for me, we can get around 28, for our team, it's pretty good.
And then can you talk to me about how you develop your offensive philosophy in terms of just sharing the ball and which player best embodies what it is that you want to do in terms of sharing the ball?
Yeah, I think, it's got to be a mindset. We played a different style of basketball, with James and Zoo being here. So now, we just want to make sure we're attacking early, attacking the defenses, and just hitting the first open guy, just making a play from there. And so really not a remedy. I think we're playing faster, we're advanced faster, attacking early. And then, once we get 2 on the ball, just got to make the right decisions. And so we've been able to do that.
Coach, can you talk about Kobe Sanders, his impact tonight? First half, he had double digits and just finished strong throughout his energy throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, he came in, made 3 threes right away, catch and shoot. And like I said, when, he's done a great job this year, but, when he's off the ball and he's able to just, play a secondary ball handler and catch and shoot threes and things like that, that's when he's at his best. And so tonight, that's who he is. A guy can make shots, can drive the basketball, get to his mid-range, pull up. And let's say all these young guys have really gotten better throughout the course of the season.
There's his pull-up three in particular, as potent as it is.
I don't know.
But what allows him to self-create? I've got a lot of things that I see, but I feel that.
Tell me what you say.
He's going to do up top in that first half before he hit one. He's got deep range on it. He doesn't need a screen sometimes, but other times you can have him pull up out of cross lanes, catch and shoots, corners, all that.
Yeah.
So I figure I give you a take on it.
That's my take. It's a hell of a take, man. Thank you, man. I already know, but thank you. I like what you did with that. Yeah, all that.
Anybody else?
Hey, Coach, big win tonight. Brennan's only half game back. When does a win like tonight help build momentum for playoff push, getting playoff seeding?
Yeah, I mean it's a huge win for us. We're on the road and lost 2 tough ones to New Orleans, and so to win that Dallas game and to come back home after a road trip to play well. Like, we understand Porter's on our heels, and we're fighting trying to get the 7 ourselves. So every win counts, especially this late in the season. 10 games left now. Everything counts. Was a huge win for us.
Ty, with Darius, that shiftiness obviously is something very hard to guard. But like, what does that controlled kind of shiftiness look like? Like, obviously, you had that big turnover in the fourth quarter against Dallas, made up for it obviously with this big play. But like, what is that shiftiness like to coach when he's able to just be so shifty, get wherever he wants very quickly?
Yeah, I've noticed. Talking to Rich, Rich Paul, like, when guys are so good, they tend to mess around the game. And so his handle's so good, it's shifty, and they mess around a lot, and so, he can do it with 1 or 2 dribbles, but, guys now want to snatch back gang and all that stuff. So, just being under control with it, just being smart with it. So, he can get anywhere he wants to get on the floor and just doing it in less dribbles, and so he's not, messing around as much. But when you're that talented, that's what you tend to do.
He also likes to have fun. He likes to laugh.
1 minute.
What is that balance, a conversation like about balancing, having fun, enjoying it, but also, like you said, not messing around?
You definitely got to enjoy the game, but like I said, not messing around. Being direct, scoring the basketball, making the right play, and but you got to enjoy the battle. You got to enjoy the game as well.
Sorry, there's only 10 games left in the regular season for you guys. What are you looking for out of these last 10 games process-wise? Obviously, I know you want to win every game, but what are you looking for process-wise, building to where, the play-in and then getting into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think, defensively, like, getting that identity back, like, we definitely, these last 10 games, like, defensively, we got to be, on top of our game. I think in the playoffs and, going for these next 10 games, like, we're going to be able to score the basketball. Sometimes you're not going to be, if you don't score the basketball, you got to rely on your defense. And so that's got to be our mindset. For me, these last 10 games, just focus on getting back to our defensive ways and go from there.
Thank you.
Here was Coach Lou Postgame after the Clippers would win 129-96. They got up as many as 46. I don't know. We've had some different good luck charms tonight here with callers. Maybe it was Brent Berry, Bones, on the call next to Brian Seaman on the TV side. Shout out Brent Berry, big listener here on Clippers Talk. No big deal. Let's get to one more phone call here.
Wow. Guys, what on earth was that?
You pick up that name I just dropped over here? Ben, calling in from Studio City. Ben, what's up here on Clippers Talk?
Hey, guys, I have to take it off there, but I was wondering, why have we not picked up a third big?
What big are they going to get that's better than just having John Collins play the 5? I don't know what big's going to be better than that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for playoffs, and if we get into like a there's got to be somebody in the G League that's out there, or Kai Jones, maybe. I don't know. We had him before.
The legend, Kai Jones. I remember the end of last season, everybody was like, we shouldn't have got rid of Kai Jones, and he was killing it in Dallas.
Or Bull. Somebody that's
the
just
guy
a
who
big
Shaq said is as good
you
as
know.
Victor Wembanyama. What's the difference?
I just like to see somebody, if somebody gets hurt, if foul trouble against Victor, we just need another big that's a body.
Here's a good question, Carlo. With 10 games left, can they pick somebody up at this point that would be playoff eligible?
I have no idea. I'm no help here.
Are you gonna ask me about true shooting and expect me to give an answer, and then I ask you about this and I get nothing?
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I gotta expand my role here a little bit. Dig into the NBA CBA real quick.
I understand the question, but I don't know who they're gonna get. I don't. I would just go small with John Collins at that point, or Nico Batum at the 5. I think Nico.
But what if it's Victor Wembanyama?
Well, it likely is going to be, but you might try to run him off the floor by going small.
The good news about if it's Wemby is I don't think anyone has guarded him more in their life than Nico Batum.
That's the point I was about to bring up.
So got some experiences right there against.
No one
Wemby.
knows him more. No one. I mean,
maybe his mom.
Okay, his mom. And the Spurs currently. But Nico Batum has a lot of experience playing next to Victor Wembanyama. In fact, one of the last times they played, Nico got some minutes against him and gave him some trouble, forced him out to the perimeter. I remember he kind of pinned him in the corner on a far side shot. And Victor Wembanyama was short.
The first ever game they played against Wemby, Nico started against him.
How about that? And he gave him a lot of issues.
Yeah, I asked Ty about it. And Ty goes, well, he's going to enjoy it tonight. He's guarded him.
I honestly think Nico could be the secret weapon for this team, and that's why he's been getting more rest as of late, and that's why they wanted to start him tonight to see what he has, because he has won a play-in game before for the Philadelphia 76ers.
True.
And if they do get into that series against the San Antonio Spurs, they will need all the knowledge he has on Victor Wembanyama. Any edge you can get.
I'm going to go to that monastery he went to. Start asking those guys what they think.
Where do you get that Slender Man costume from? I want to find that Halloween
wait a
store.
second.
It is a good question, Ben. I appreciate the phone call, Ben. Anything else? Ben gone. Ben gone?
It was a fair question.
Clippers win 129-96 over the Milwaukee Bucks here at Intuit Dome, and it really wasn't even that close. They led by as many as 46. Somebody else I want to highlight before we get out of here, Carlo. Kobe Sanders.
We're leaving?
I don't know if there's a chance Kobe Sanders doesn't or gets a DNP in the final 10 games with how well he's been playing.
Yeah.
I think he has to be in the rotation. You have to see what you have, because who knows how many playoff minutes somebody like that could get. He's still a rookie. He may not look like it, but he is.
Yeah, and 5-year college guy. He's got all the experience in the world. And it's really impressive, Adam, is he takes tough shots, but he doesn't disrupt the flow of the offense when he takes those shots. It never feels like he has the ball in his hands too long when he's going downhill off the bounce, getting to his spots. 8 for 10 today. He started 7 of 8. Not only his 19 points was impressive, but he got 4 assists in this game. So he was creating for others while being excellent on the offensive end. I was really impressed with the way he's played and the poise he played with. I mean, comes off the bench, buries a 3 right out off cold off the bench. He's been really impressive for this Clipper team. Their bench has been getting, this is big part of this is Benedict Mathurin, but in the month of March, Adam, their bench is averaging 15 more points per game than it was before the month of March, right? So they're getting an extra boost from that bench group. Kobe Sanders is a big part of that.
Wow. Daniel West really trying to play you out there as we highlight the
No, he
greatness
wasn't.
of Kobe
No,
Sanders.
he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Daniel's my guy.
You know what I like? When he's getting into the mid-range like that, that is playoff basketball. Guys who actually have a mid-range game, that's what usually teams give up. He's a tough shot maker in one-on-one situations like that. We shall see how much he's used, but the Clippers got 19 from him off the bench tonight. They win 129-96 over Milwaukee. They're back to 36-36 on the season with the chance to get above 500 against the Toronto Raptors come Wednesday. Tip-off at 7:30, your pregame show back here at 6:30. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call, and here on Clippers Talk, Big Brother Jake Warner, our head engineer, Daniel West back in Burbank, Joey Kimball for the stats, even that one that was a little iffy. Love y'all. Talk to you on Wednesday.
All right, always good, y'all.
Daniel, thank you.
You got it. See ya.
Thanks, Daniel.
All right, take care, man.